Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Gene. You are watching Lubed for October the 22nd, 2023. This is Season 3, Episode 7, and this actually is a privately shot episode. Unfortunately, I did do a live one, but it really didn't look very good with a lot of graphic errors. So I do apologize to the guys that did leave comments. Unfortunately, in this episode, your comments will not be on this particular episode. I will go back live. I'm just trying to work out some of the kinks here because it's been 3 episodes in a row where the graphics haven't been alignment, and I think I have it right, and that's why I'm doing this private. Anyway, other than that, what is going on with the Edmonton Oilers right now, guys? What is going on with this team? It's one thing to have a 1-3-1 record when you're the expected Stanley Cup favorites. But now there's a lot of mumbles or whispering or what have you, that there might be a bit of a locker room divide, that involving Evander Kane and Coach Woody. Apparently, Kaner's not too happy with the ice team he's been getting. And I'm going to get into the numbers suggesting that Woody's probably doing the right thing. I don't know, man. You don't want to be starting off this season this early with a locker room divide. You definitely don't. Anyway, there was 2 games that were played in the time since I did the last episode. And that was against the Philadelphia Flyers and the Winnipeg Jets. Now, both of these games were losses for the Edmonton Oilers, as the Flyers beat the Oilers 4-1. And I'll tell you right now, I was watching some post-game stuff. Woody was heated. Now, whether that was maybe something stemming from an argument between Evander Kane and him at that point in time, I don't know. But Woody was, for the first time, I've never seen him F-bomb or use the F-bomb in an interview, in a post-game interview. But he was not happy. When I saw some of the players' faces, they... I don't know. They didn't look good. They looked very concerned. Warren Fogle looked like he had the fear of God in him in that post-game interview. There's something not going good with the Oilers right now. But let's recap that game. So in the first period, Joe Farabee gets his second of the year at 15:50 from Bobby Brink and Travis Seinheim. It's 1-0 for the Philadelphia Flyers. Second period comes. Cam Atkinson gets his second of the year from Owen Tippett. 2-0 Flyers, and that was at 3:54. Zach Hyman would get a tally for the Oilers at 15:23. His second of the year from Cody Ceci and Connor McDavid. But before the period would end, Sean Walker would get a you hate to see that, short-handed goal from Sean Couturier at 18:29. 3-1 Philadelphia. And in the third period, Cam Atkinson would bury another one to make it 4-1 for the Philadelphia Flyers, a team that I expected wouldn't be very successful this year. However, they're playing with a hard-nosed work ethic. Tortorella's got them in the right direction, playing hard, and that's kind of his standard. And as the Flyers have a YouTube channel called The Standard, well, there is a high standard when you're playing for Tortorella. Okay, so we go on to what happened last night as the Edmonton Oilers were at home against the Winnipeg Jets, and it started looking like it was going to be a pretty good game, as Darnell Nurse got his first from Connor McDavid on Leon Draisaitl. 1-0. Then at 6:11, Evan Bouchard would make it 2-0 as he got a power play goal from Leon and Connor. And you think everything's all roses in in oil country. However, it was not before the end of the first period, well, midway through the first period, Josh Morrissey gets a power play goal from Dylan DeMello and Morgan Barron. We end the period 2-1. Oilers still in control. Oilers looking good. Second period, the team just let off the pedal. Winnipeg were taking it to them. And in 1821, a shorthanded goal by Vladimir Nishkanov, and assisted by Alex Iafallo. This goal really disturbed me because it was a sloppy, crappy, stupid read by Stuart Skinner to go out and try to play the puck, and he made a bad decision. The game goes 2-2. We go to the third period. Something that the Oilers are struggling so far this year is the third period, as they have yet to score a third period goal. And this would still continue in this game. We go to overtime, where Mark Scheifele buries the overtime winner from Josh Morrissey and Kyle Connor. 3-2. The Oilers get the loser point, but man, these third periods were the Edmonton Oilers' bread and butter. And when I get into the numbers, I'm going to discuss a little bit more about that. But they have yet to score a third period goal. So it is a little bit disturbing when it comes to that. Okay, let's go on to the numbers. As looks like my banners are working good finally. Okay. So this is based off of the last two games, or the whole season, I guess, essentially. But they have yet to score a third period goal. The Edmonton Oilers have yet to score a goal in the third period. In 5 games, they have yet to do this. This is kind of mind-blowing because it was their bread and butter last year, as they were able to get themselves out of pinches quite a bit. And this year, it's not there. It's not to their ability. Connor Brown was brought in to bring a little bit more potent offense, was expected to be like a Zach Hyman type of guy. Yet, he seems to be hovering around from the first. He started off on the first line, but now he's up on the third line. It's not looking good. He's only registered 4 shots in 5 games, and he's a -4 since then. And Evander Kane and Evan Bouchard, these are some disturbing plus-minus numbers. Now, you got Evander Kane bitching in the media that he's not getting the ice time that he feels he deserves. You know what, Evander? Prove yourself, man. Prove yourself. A -6 isn't very good, so I'm on the side of Woody here. That's brutal. Evan Bouchard, you just got a sweet-ass contract here, and you're a -5. It frustrates me when these players get their contracts. Well, Evander got probably a little bit less than what he could have got, but still, Evan Bouchard got a raise, and he's a -5. Like, your defenseman cannot be a -5. He played full preseason games, yet Ekholm seems to be more stronger on the D. So I don't know, man. These guys have got to wake up. The fact that Connor McDavid might be injured now too is another thing that concerns me. However, Woody is downplaying a lot, but then again, when it comes to Connor McDavid, that's the only option you can do until you have no choice but to reveal the truth. But it did sound like it was a bit of a muscular kind of thing, and it looked like it because he would take laps last night, just before the overtime and that, to see if he could go for the overtime. But it wasn't. I think it was more for precautionary that they wanted to keep him out. Let's hope that is the case, because yeah, we don't need more bad news this early on in the season. Okay, we will go to the standings now, I believe. I believe it is the standings. Yes, it is. So the Edmonton Oilers, yeah, they're way down there. They're tied with the Seattle Kraken. That's another team that actually that I'm expecting to do very well and hasn't, is the Seattle Kraken. And I didn't expect Vancouver to be as good as they are, as they sit in second in the Pacific Division. But yeah, now it is early. It's very early in the season. I am not too overly concerned about it. But if I am going to be concerned about something, it's what I'm seeing in the locker room. We need to see a little bit more harmony with the team, with the coach. You got to respect the coach. The coach is actually the number one guy that runs things. That he's the boss basically. He's the tacticianer. He's the guy that needs to have certain lines out at certain times, certain players out at certain times. As Woody would always say, moving pieces on the chessboard. And for, Evander Kane to whimper and whine a little bit, which, I remember when we were getting him, I was like worried that we could have problems with him. And so far, he's been awesome and amazing up until now. And now I'm starting to see maybe those true colors starting to come to surface. And I'm hoping it's not. Really hoping it's not, because I do like Evander Kane. I even got my Adidas Retro Reverse 2.0 with his name on it. So it's not that I dislike the guy. That being said, he needs to know where his place is in the pecking order. And if you're a -6, prove yourself. Don't whimper and whine about your ice time. Prove yourself. So, anyway, that takes us to, I believe, what's next. And it is the Minnesota Wild on Tuesday night. They're going into a building that they've had recent past history that hasn't exactly been favorable. But maybe the script is flipped this year. Maybe the buildings that they are favorable in, so who knows? We'll see what happens here. I just think this team needs to be reunited. They need to both Connor and Leo need to just sit the guys down and just say, look, what the hell are we doing here, guys? What the hell are we doing? We went in after last year's playoffs saying cup or bust, and right now, is it a bust? I really hope it's not. Really hope it's not. Okay, let's move on. And this is the area where I do my final thoughts. But again, because I had to do a redo of this video and it wasn't live, no comments are posted. I do apologize to the guys that did leave comments. I had to delete that video. It's one thing if I make a few mistakes or if I make 1 or 2 mistakes, but when there was about 4 or 5 and the graphics went in the wrong order, I need to figure out what was going on there, because that was becoming a constant aggravation. So I do apologize to you guys out there that did leave comments. I do intend on coming on live on Wednesday at 6 p.m. and we'll do it again. And I do encourage you guys to leave comments. It's just this episode didn't come out the way I wanted it at first, so I had to kind of delete that one and just do a private one and then repost the private one for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap for tonight. We'll see what the Oilers can do here. I'm hoping they can dig their way out of this thing. I'm hoping they can resolve some of their issues. I'm hoping Connor McDavid isn't significantly injured or has something that is a little bit more than what it is, because he is a tough kid. He's played through some tough injuries. So I'm just hoping that we will get through this. Anyway, guys, once again, I do apologize for doing this as a private episode. I do plan on coming on live on Wednesday. As always, stay healthy, stay happy, stay hydrated. We will see the Edmonton Oilers turn this around. I have faith, guys. So should you. Have a good night. We will talk soon.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back